That down. Let's move on to this, shall we? It was with some surprise that we heard a little while ago that HBO Max was going to be having a prequel series to the It franchise called Welcome to Derry, where Cumble Patch, what's the name of the clown?
Pennywise.
Crumble Patch.
For shame, dude.
Crumble Patch.
No.
We were just talking about it before the show. I don't know why I suddenly froze on it. Anyway, we're the Pennywise back in the 1960s in Derry. So listen, HBO is still the gold standard of making excellent television. So even though in my best Chris Carr, when I heard they were doing a Welcome to Derry, I thought, for why? Like, what's the point? I don't really see the need for it, but whatever. No movie or TV show has ever been necessary to be made. So why not? Well, the first trailer has now dropped of Welcome to Derry. And I don't like it. Now, again, that's not me saying I don't think the show's going to be good, because it's HBO. It's probably going to be great. And I do love that opening where the family picks up this kid hitchhiking. It's like, where's home, kid? And it's like, anywhere but Derry. It's like, that was kind of a cool moment. The big thing for me about the trailer, and Jonathan and I were talking before the show started, that was funny, was the main draw for anything It, Welcome to Derry, whatever, is Cumberprickle the clown. I mean, it's Pennywise. He's the main draw.
Prince Cumberbund.
Prince Cumberpickle. So he's the main draw. And you showed him for it, like, in darkness, quick silhouette for 2 seconds in the trailer. I think that was a mistake. Now, maybe that was an accurate thing, because maybe we only see Pennywise in 2 or 3 episodes. Maybe everything else in the show is going to be foreboding and like implied and all that. And then maybe in the last couple of episodes, then we get our first look at him. Maybe. Look, again, it's HBO. I have very little doubt that the show will actually probably be top quality. I just didn't think it worked that great as a trailer. But Jonathan, you liked it. Like you thought it was really
I thought it
good.
set the tone perfectly. I think part of what we watched this is not just for Crumble Bop the clown, but it's for these moments where he's getting in all these kids' minds, these terrifying moments. It's for moments like this where that red balloon comes up with the scary smile, and I just felt like it set the tone. Look, it does feel like a bit of a rehash of the first It, not It 2 when they were adults, but it's like, okay, same city street, they're on, it's like E.T. and Stranger Things, they're on their bikes. But I love that. I'm in. Like I didn't really even need to see it. We heard the giggles, we heard the whispers. For me, it worked personally. For a teaser, maybe they'll put out another one, but it worked for a teaser for me.
Chris, you had a chance to see it. I know you're not the biggest fan of the It franchise.
Yeah, I loved that guy being far away. Don't you come close to frame. You stay back over there.
What did you think about the trailer?
It's really effective. It's really great, to the point of, oh shit, am I gonna have to watch this scary ass show? Am I gonna have to suck it up and watch
on that
this?
Smile.
Yeah, God, it's so creepy. I hate all of this. I hate it so much. But I think it's really well executed. And to your point, Jonathan, I think that kind of creeping fear of having Pennywise just start infecting everyone, for lack of a better term, is really great in this trailer. It sets the tone really nicely. Look, I'm somebody who got nightmares from people sending me the gif of Pennywise waving that little boy's arm.
Oh.
I'm such a baby. So I am not in the market for this, but man, did this give me the heebie-jeebies.
Rob, what do you think about the trailer?
I liked it. I mean, okay, here's remember, this is now the 4th Roy Lee production that he's executive producing this year. Man, that guy's the most successful producer probably who ever lived. But anyway, so I'm watching this and I'm thinking to myself,
Kevin Feige might say something about that, but yeah.
I don't know, man. He's more diverse. put it
Sure,
that way,
yes.
in
Yeah.
terms of the subject matter, Mr. Lego Movie himself. Here's the thing. Why would you live in Derry? I'm watching this trailer and I'm like, somebody needs to explain to me. Do you remember the old Sam Kinison? Remember Sam Kinison?
Oh yeah, the comedian.
And he did a during the Ethiopian famine, he did a bit where he goes, "You guys have to move to the food. You live in a desert. Nothing grows there." And I feel the same way about this. People are dying. There's an alien entity that lives underneath the ground where you're living. There's all kinds of supernatural stuff happening. Why stay?
Because all the
It's
adults.
a small town America. Go, leave. There's no reason for you to stay. I want to say to all these people, I was watching this trailer. I wanted to reach through the screen and say, don't stay here.
Because you're watching
go.
through the eyes of the children who Pennywise exposes himself. He manipulates the minds of the adults.
Okay,
But
that's
children going missing
Yeah.
is a part of the history of Derry, though, that we find out from the It movies, right?
But wouldn't you think parents would be like, we're leaving?
Yeah.
Like, we're going.
But isn't that the
That's a
classic
town.
horror
Deuce.
movie thing? Like, why are these people still living in this house? Like, that's the classic thing, right? With these movies, it's like, wait a minute, why are you still living there?
In
You've
this
heard
economy?
sounds coming from the attic
mean-
for 6 months. That's 5.5 months too long.
But look, I did think the trailer was creepy. I thought it was well done. I thought it was beautifully shot. I liked the locations. I seen the characters I enjoyed. And by the way, I did read it. The week it came out.
Congratulations. Oh.
Originally, what, 1986? came out the summer. I read it in the summer of 86 at Luther Burbank. Yeah, summer of 86 at Luther Burbank Park. I went every day and read it in the sun, and the book terrified me. I loved it.
What year did the original miniseries come out?
That
early
was
90s.
89 or
That was
90. Yeah,
89?
90.
Okay, I thought it was a
Was
little
it- I think
before
it was
86.
early 90s.
Yeah, you're right.
And Tim Curry was great.
Would have been like 1991 maybe.
The people, some in the live chat, the people who live in Derry, then summer vacation at Camp Crystal Lake. Because why not?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Rob, is like the answer to any horror movie is like, why would you do that? It's like, well, then you don't have horror.
I look, I know. It's at least they don't live in a world where they have to deal with why, when you have cell phones, how come you can't just call the cops?
Right.
Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's episode, BetterHelp. You know what? I think we've come a long way in how we talk about mental health. I mean, that great show Shrinking certainly helps, but it used to be something people avoided bringing up. But now, more and more, we're realizing it's just as important to take care of yourself mentally as it is taking care of yourself physically. But still, 1 in 4 Americans say that they've skipped getting any kind of help because they're afraid of getting judged, and that has got to change. This month is Mental Health Awareness Month, so let's talk about how therapy isn't just for people going through major life events. It's for learning healthy coping strategies, building boundaries, and growing into the best version of ourselves. And BetterHelp makes it easier than ever. They've been connecting people with licensed therapists for over 10 years, with a network of over 30,000 professionals across a wide range of specialties. It's completely online, so it fits into your schedule. No commuting, no waiting rooms, and if the therapist you're with isn't the right fit for you, you can switch at any time, no extra cost. We are all better with help. Visit betterhelp.com/Campea to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Campea. All right, guys, question is for you. What did you think about the trailer for Welcome to Derry? Were you like me and a little bit underwhelmed by it, or like everybody else in the room who really quite liked it? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.